Sure, we're doing the bit. Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. Now, if you're like me, I'm really hard to shop for. Photography or videography are insanely expensive. So today I've created a list of gifts. Ugh, say that 5 times fast. Here are my recommendations for gift ideas for your photographer and filmmaker friends and family. Now, in order to make it on this list, it had to be a piece of gear that I have actually used and something that I'm confident in recommending. Now, just for fun, there are some items on this list that I did include that aren't really considered budget items, but I loved them so much that I could not leave them off of the list. So we'll just start with these honorable mentions that are not necessarily within the budget criteria. So let's go ahead and get those more expensive honorable mentions out of the way. First up on my list are the BOSE QC35s. These are my favorite wireless headphones that I have ever used. These are noise canceling. Even just wearing them without them on actually eliminates a lot of noise, but on top of that, it does have active noise cancellation and it does a very good job. You've probably already heard of these. They're kind of legendary in the noise canceling game. I don't think I could ever fly again without these. If you can cough up the coin, this is a fantastic purchase. Next up is a microphone called the Rode Wireless Go. Now, I'm actually recording with these. This piece of audio gear is a game changer. It's seriously bananas good, and not to mention it sits at a very reasonable $200. As far as straight up camera gear goes, this is one of my favorite purchases I have ever made. The second it was announced, I bought one immediately. In fact, the receiver plugs into your camera just as you would expect, but the transmitter wirelessly sends its input into the camera. I don't want a wire running all the way from this microphone to my camera over there, so I actually have it set up so the transmitter is connected to this microphone and the receiver is just plugged into my camera over there. I already have a ton of wires running everywhere from monitoring my audio levels as well as using my monitor, so to clean up everything a bit, I do use this Wireless Go. Next up is the BREVITE jumper. This is one of my favorite camera bags. If you did miss my camera bag video, I'll link it up here, but I did go over all of my favorite backpacks, what I like about them, and what I would improve. However, at $130 and sometimes $100 on sale, this is one of my favorite minimalist everyday camera bags. It's got a perfect place for all your camera gear as well as a miscellaneous, throw whatever you want in there section. Yeah, that's English. But they come in a very pretty assortment of colors, and it doesn't break the bank as far as camera bags go. $130 might seem like a lot for a backpack, but most professional camera bags run for $300. So I don't feel bad recommending this one. Next up on our list is the INSTAX Mini 11. This is one of my favorite little pieces of gear. Now, I've actually worked with Fujifilm Instax. They make like these cameras, you've seen these before. But among all of the products that they make, this is my favorite one because you get to pick what your image looks like. Whereas if you have the camera, you have to be there to take that picture. Now, that's totally fine, and some people may like that, and that is one of the charms of film. But if you're mainly interested in just having cute prints to decorate with, this is definitely the way to go. You get to pick your image beforehand and print whatever you want. But now we can move on to those budget items that I was talking about. The average cost of most of these gifts is between $30 to $40. First up, we have the Peak Design Clippy Boys. Sorry, I should know the actual name of these. These are anchor links. These are only 20 bucks, and I'm really happy with what they offer. So one end are these little anchor points, and the other end you get these little loopy boys that you put onto your camera, and it really easily connects. I'm a huge fan of this idea. I think they knocked it out of the park. It's just so nice to be able to switch between having a camera strap and not literally, I did that in point something of a second. Boom, it's off. Such a simple idea, but these are so useful to have. Next up on our list is also by Peak Design. Now, this does run about $70, so kind of high, but it is a very quality product. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what this does, so this would connect right here. Okay, well, you get the idea. So this would strap on here, and then you attach their little plates to the bottom of your camera, and then your camera will just clip in like this, like so, and it just kind of dangles there so that you have quick access to it, and it's just kind of out of the way and you can have your hands free. I'm a big fan of this. I don't usually use a camera strap anyways. Like I said, your hands are free, but your camera is still in close access as opposed to reaching over and pulling it out of the bag. Next on our list are disposable film cameras. These are so fun. They're also really easy to get. You can get a pack of 2 of these from your local Walmart for about 18 bucks. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what these guys are, you simply just wind this up and snap a photo. It's completely automatic, there are no settings to dial in, but you get all of the benefits of film. It's super nostalgic, the colors are pretty nice. Next up is 35mm film. Now, if you're not sure which one to get, a PORTRA 400 is definitely a safe bet. This is one of my favorite film stocks. It's very flattering with skin in particular, and this will run you about 30 to 40 bucks for a pack of them. But yeah, PORTRA 400 is a classic film. Highly recommend. Next up on our list are these Amazon Basics UV filter rings. This doesn't do that much. It's basically just a disc of glass, but, ooh. Well, I guess I just demonstrated why I like these. These are meant to take a beating instead of your camera lens. Imagine if a rock or something flew up and chipped the front element of your lens. That would be absolutely horrific, and that's what these are for. It's much easier to replace a $10 filter than get your lens replaced. Lenses are not cheap, so having a cheap buffer between it and the world kind of brings some peace of mind. I have a story where this actually did come in handy. All those scratches. Now that actually happened when I was in Korea. I had my camera slung around my back and we were kind of like walking through this little tunnel, but I was walking and I just hear and my camera just straight up scraped against this cave wall. Oh my gosh. My heart fell through the center of the earth and I was like, oh no, I just damaged the lens. Oh my gosh, what have I done? But it just scratched up this and it was completely fine. So yeah, this is a $10 solution to a huge headache. Next up on our list is a KERSHAW knife. This is a 1.7-inch blade. It's perfect for people who aren't super into knives, but it's just so cute and small. This is a very, very small knife. This is a great starter knife because it's very small and unassuming, and it is a KERSHAW, so it's a very, very high quality knife. That'll run you about 25 bucks, and you gotta get those unboxing shots, Next up on our list is a battery pack. Now this one is from Anker. I'm very happy with Anker. They make great stuff. It's got 2 USB ports, though I'm pretty sure there are updated models that probably have a USB-C as well. Technology has come to the point where most cameras can be charged with a battery pack like this, so this is a viable option if they don't already have one. And last but not least is this really cheap $15 camera insert. This is so nice to have because you can just zip up your camera, use this top handle, and then just take this with you if you don't want to take a huge camera bag, and you can convert any normal backpack into a camera bag by having one of these and throwing it in there. This is advertised to be water resistant. I don't know what you're going to be doing if you need to have that, but I mean, it is water resistant, and I guess that just adds some peace of mind as well. There are some tiny slots for memory cards if you're into that, but anyway, it's just a cheap and simple solution to storing your camera and bringing it with you. All right, well, those are my recommendations for gifts for photographers and filmmakers. And again, I only wanted to recommend things that I currently own and have used before so that I could give you my thoughts and give you an honest recommendation. But that's my list of affordable gifts for photographers and filmmakers. If you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. Go ahead and comment down below your ideas for photographers and filmmakers. I never know what to tell people to get me, and I already own all these things in my lists, so please go ahead and drop that in the comments below so I know what to tell people what to buy me. Subscribe if you're not already, and I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching, and happy holidays. Lists of gifts.